I don't want you to worry. Everyone goes through the motion of struggling to breathe when they're going to go and talk to a beautiful stranger. It's just a natural response that the body does when you're putting it through the whole fight or flight motion. And I won't go through the whole explanation of that. I think I've done that many times in other videos, but you have to understand that one of the aspects of that is that it creates irregular breathing, and it makes it very difficult to have a conversation with someone that you really like. And it's just simply because you're not getting enough air into your lungs to freely express yourself. And if you're finding that you're always shortness of breath, then it really is going to be very difficult to articulate. So what can you do about this? Well, I think for me, one of the things that I did was being able to just focus on my speed of speech, believe it or not. So not trying to stand there in front of a stranger and, because you'll think you're probably hyperventilating or think there is something seriously wrong with you. We'll probably go and rush to get like a doctor or a nurse, or I suppose call an ambulance to make more sense with that. So it's about trying to encourage more regular breathing whilst you're standing there and speaking to her. But can you do anything in prep beforehand? Well, obviously that would be where I will suggest try and be aware of your breathing habits, or just be saying to yourself, don't forget to breathe. And it's a silly statement to make, but yeah, you will be surprised how many guys I've seen when they go and approach, and the struggle to just find the words is because they just haven't taken that big deep breath in and then just started blurting out the words or compliments that they wanted to share. But one of the big things though is trying to focus on the speed of speech. I found that for me is something that does genuinely help, and even for guys that I've worked with as well. And that works because as you're focusing on the words that you're saying and trying to go at a slower pace, I think one, it tends to distract your brain because it then allows you to just focus on the words rather than the actual stress or the anxiety of the situation itself. And second, when you're focusing on the speed of your speech, in fact, I can even feel it. It just naturally causes my body to just relax and go at a slower pace. And the moment you start taking control of the symptoms of anxiety, and I say this as well to clients that I work with, but when you take control of the symptoms of anxiety, do you still have anxiety? Anxiety then just literally becomes a statement, whereas anxiety is actually the symptoms. It's the irregular breathing, it's the heart racing, the adrenaline pumping, it's that lack of eye contact and so on. So if you're struggling with your conversations, or you find yourself maybe mumbling over the words as you're speaking to people, and not just with women, but just in any situation in general, the best thing that you can do is just be aware of your speed of speech and try and slow that down. Because another habit is when people do get nervous, they tend to speak faster. They try and cram in more, or maybe they start thinking about things and saying things that they're not really actually thinking about. They're just saying stuff for the words or for the sake of it. And that is not what you want to do, especially if you're trying to make a good first impression with someone. So when you're speaking to people, focus on your words, focus on the speed of your speech and try and slow it down. And one of the byproducts of that is that it's going to help you to regulate your breathing and find that you will be so much calmer when you're cold approaching strangers. And ultimately, the calmer and more relaxed you come across to women, then the easier it is for you to have a conversation, obviously, but also to flirt with them and to build attraction, and I suppose also work on your confidence as well. So give this a try. If you're feeling socially anxious and you're going out and speaking to people via cold approaching, but maybe you are speaking way too fast, or maybe you're so short out of breath that you just can't find the words to say anything, then slow down your speed of speech and focus on that. And of course, even prior to doing the approach, take some deep breaths. calm yourself. Even say out loud, calm down. Calm down. It's okay. This isn't going to be as bad as you think. And even hearing it will help to relax you too. But ultimately, focus on the speed of your speech. And I promise you that will make a big difference to how you feel in your interactions. Now, my name is Dan, and I absolutely love helping people with their social anxiety. I'm always making content to specifically help people with this and to be able to take them out and cold approach and have a much more hands-on approach with the experience, because it's good and all to watch videos on social anxiety, but if you really want to get rid of them, then you've got to take action and you've got to have experiential training, exposure training, and become desensitized to it if you really want to overcome it. So it's just food for thought for you. And if that is something that you want to try, by all means, do reach out to me. I do offer coaching of sorts, and perhaps sooner than later, one, I can help you to overcome your anxiety, and two, I can help you to regulate your breathing and have really good solid interactions with women. So hopefully you can go on more dates, make more friends, and so on too.